This is Jocko Podcast, number 58, with Echo Charles and me, Jocko Willink. Good evening, Echo.
Good evening.
Now, a couple shows ago, when Dr. Peter Attia was on, he mentioned an article. And I hesitate to call it an article because it is actually much more than just an article. It's an elegant piece that was published in the New York Times, written by his friend and the daughter of one of his mentors, a woman named Naomi Rosenberg, Dr. Naomi Rosenberg, who is a doctor at Temple University. And Peter said that this article truly captured the emotions and the struggle and the methodology for delivering the worst news to a parent, that their child had died. And I, of course, read the article and I found it incredible, and I wanted to share it with you in case you didn't have a chance to read it yourself yet. So here it is from the opinion section of the New York Times on September 3rd, 2016, by Dr. Naomi Rosenberg. How to tell a mother her child is dead. First, you get your coat. I don't care if you don't remember where you left it, you find it. If there was a lot of blood, you ask someone to go quickly to the basement to get you a new set of scrubs. You put on your coat and you go into the bathroom. You look into the mirror and you say it. You use the mother's name and you use her child's name. You may not adjust this part in any way. I will show you. If it were my mother, you would say, Mrs. Rosenberg, I have terrible, terrible news. Naomi died today. You say it out loud until you can say it clearly and loudly. How loudly? Loud enough. If it takes you fewer than 5 tries, you are rushing it and you will not do it right. You take your time. After the bathroom, you do nothing before you go to her. You don't make a phone call. You do not talk to the medical student. You do not put in an order. You never make her wait. She is his mother. When you get inside the room, you will know who the mother is. Yes, I am very sure. Shake her hand and tell her who you are. If there is time, you shake everyone's hand. Yes, you will know if there is time. You never stand. If there are no seats left, the couches have arms on them. You will have a decision to make about whether you will ask her what she already knows. If you were the one to call her and tell her that her son had been shot, then you already have done part of it. But you have not done it yet. You are about to do it now. You never make her wait. She is his mother. Now you explode the world. Yes, you have to. You say something like, Mrs. Booker, I have terrible, terrible news. Ernest died today. Then you wait. You will not stand up. You may leave yourself in the heaviness of your breath, or the racing of your pulse, or the sight of your shoelaces on your shoe, but you will not stand up. You are here for her. She is his mother. If the mother has another son with her, and he has punched the wall or broken the chair, do not be worried. The one that punched the wall or broke the chair will be better than the one who looks down and refuses to cry. The one who punched the wall or broke the chair will be much easier than the sister who looks up and closes her eyes as they fill. Security is already outside the room. And when they hear the first loud noise, they will know to come in. No, you will not have to tell them. They know about the family room in the emergency department in Summer in North Philadelphia. It is all right. They will be kind. If the chair cannot be sat in again, that is all right. We have money for new chairs every summer. If he does not break your chair, you stay in your chair. If he does, you find a new place to sit. You are here for the mother, and you have more to do. If she asks you, you will tell her what you know. You do not lie. But do not say he was murdered or he was killed. Yes, I know that he was, but that is not what you say. You say that he died. That is the part that you saw and that you know. When she asks if he felt any pain, you must be very careful. If he did not, you assure her quickly. If he did, you do not lie. But his pain is over now. Do not ever say he was lucky that he did not feel pain. He was not lucky. She is not lucky. Don't make that face. The depth of the stupidity of the things you will say sometimes is unimaginable. Before you leave, you break her heart one more time. No, I'm sorry, but you cannot see him. There are strict rules when a person dies this way, and the police have to take him first. We cannot let you in. I'm so sorry. You do not ever say the body. It is not a body. It is her son. You want to tell her that you know that he was hers. But she knows that, and she does not need for you to tell her. Instead, tell her you will give her time and come back in case she has questions. More questions or questions for the first time. If she has no questions, you do not give her the answers to the questions she has not asked. When you leave the room, do not yell at the medical student who has a question. When you get home, do not yell at your husband. If he left his socks on the floor again today, it is all right. And that concludes the article, and it concludes the instructions from Dr. Rosenberg. And I know we're all not doctors. And even in my old job, even when men were killed, my men were killed, I did not ever have to deliver this news myself. When my men were killed, I was still overseas, still fighting. And the military has a process, a procedure to notify the next of kin when a service member is killed, and that's well documented. But I never had to do this. But even though we're not doctors, and I guess most of us are blessed in the fact that we don't have to deliver this news, but I still think there's much to be learned. First of all, to get some sense of what doctors and nurses and medical personnel go through on a daily basis. And the methodology that's used, really, you can back that off a little bit and think about how you can use it in situations to deliver other bad news. Rehearse what you're going to say. Say it. Say it in the mirror out loud. Be direct. Simply and clearly state the facts so there's no ambiguity and so there's no question about what it is that you said. And then wait. You don't need to say any more. You already said it. Don't distract from the words. Don't take away from the statement by adding to it. You said it. Leave it alone. You don't need to fill the silence with words. Words are good, but sometimes silence is better. And that includes the part that Dr. Rosenberg pointed out about the way that we tend to answer questions that weren't even asked. No. The other thing that she obviously has had to contend with is the emotions from other people. Don't let them surprise you. Expect it. If someone wants to get angry, that's okay. If someone breaks down, that's okay. Know that it is coming. Don't let it surprise you. Don't let it catch you off guard. And she talks about body language as well, right? She says, don't make that face. So we have to be aware of our body language. Our body language is a language. And it communicates to people. So make sure that the message you are communicating with your body language is the right message. And then lastly, she talks about detachment and the fact that even though you've gone through this horrific emotional situation, leave it in the room. Don't take out the anger and the frustration and the emotions that you do feel. Don't take them out on the intern or the medical student or your spouse or your children. Because whatever you're pretending to be mad about doesn't matter. And what does matter is life. So live it. and live it well.